One Sunday morning, I came to visit my grandparents. I saw my grandma, who recently retired, and she asked me what day it is today. During my visit, she asked me that same question multiple times. Over the years, she started getting more and more forgetful and progressively lost the ability to carry out the simplest tasks. She was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Many of you might know that the main driver of Alzheimer's progression is accumulation of amyloid beta. These misfolded proteins are sticky and block communication between the brain cells that are called neurons. The first region of the brain that is affected is called hippocampus and is responsible for forming memories. That is why memory loss is the first symptom. But I'm going to tell you right now that it is not the amyloid beta itself, but the inflammation that it causes that is responsible for the loss of memory. Inflammation being the key player in the progression of Alzheimer's is the hot topic right now in research. So what do I mean when I say inflammation in the brain? And does it mean that inflammation is always bad? The quick answer is no. Inflammation is not bad. It is alarming our immune cells that there is a problem that needs to be dealt with. Let me give you an example. Imagine that there is a fire in the house and an alarm system goes off to notify the fire department to come and help extinguish the fire. Alarm is an inflammation, and without it, we would not know where the fire is. So the cells in our brain that recognize amyloid beta and act as fire officers are called microglia. In a healthy brain, microglia does a lot of beneficial things, protects us against different pathogens like bacteria, fungi, or viruses. However, in Alzheimer's disease, the abundance of amyloid beta makes microglia to switch their functions, and they start directly damaging neurons, like adding fuel to the fire, by causing chronic inflammation. And let me tell you that chronic inflammation is bad. In my project, I'm working on finding ways to inhibit chronic inflammation caused by microglia. I look at what effect it will have on the strengths of neuronal connections. How? I measure their electrical activity by applying electrical impulses to the brain cells. I see that even 2 hours exposure to amyloid beta can decrease memory. Imagine what a lifetime can do. Alzheimer's disease affects female and male population differently, and inflammatory responses in men and women have different mechanisms. Therefore, I'm using both female and male mice models of Alzheimer's disease in my experiments. And so far, my results are promising, and they show that by manipulating microglia responses and preventing chronic inflammation, we can preserve neuronal function and prevent memory loss. And even though we are still gaining insight on the role of inflammation in Alzheimer's, it is worth doing it. And I hope that through this work, we will be able to help someone else's grandma. Thank you.